Everyone loves dads. Hot dads? Even better. Come down with me to the scenic small town of Maple Bay and a cul-de-sac chock full of hot daddies. Hey, I'm Brendan with the Leaderboard, and we're here to count down 7 facts about Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's get started. What is Dream Daddy? Co-created and co-written by Vernon Shaw and Leighton Gray, Dream Daddy was secretly in development for over a year before its announcement on June 18th, 2017, Father's Day. The hype for Dream Daddy exploded overnight, partially because of its status as the first property to be developed and distributed by the popular YouTube Let's Play channel, the Game Grumps. The Game Grumps themselves ended up lending voices to the game as well, with Aaron Hansen, better known as Ego Raptor, voicing Joseph, and Dan Avedon, aka Danny Sexbang, voicing Robert. Most of the rest of the cast is rounded out by regulars and guests of the Grumps channel, including Barry Kramer, Nathan Sharp, Ray Narvaez Jr., Aaron Schmalfield, Ninja Bryan, and Susie Burhow. Whew. Your daughter Amanda is voiced by veteran voice actress and host of Geek and Sundry's game engine, Erika Ishii. The idea to make a daddy dating sim was originally Leighton's. In an interview with Zam.com, she explained the origin of the idea. I'm in art college. We were talking about furry culture and fursonas and all the different personalities that you could have, and I started thinking about how the group of people I understand and do best with are dads. So I asked people what their dad's sona would be. Again, art school, so we all started drawing what we thought we would look like as dads. And I was sure this must be its own subculture, but I googled it and it didn't exist. That's when I knew I had to make a dad dating sim. Leighton sat on the idea for a while before pitching it to Vernon Shaw when the two were on a trip to Disneyland. He knew Gray through his YouTube channel Hot Pepper Gaming. It might not be a total coincidence that the game started there, for Gray has cited the Instagram account Dilfs of Disneyland as another influence. They spent the rest of the trip picking out details that they could incorporate into the game. The idea of giving Craig a baby Bjorn was one of them. Vernon Shaw attributes time spent working for the now-defunct YouTube talent network Maker Studios as part of why he agreed. Quote, "You really learn what makes for a good internet idea, and this checks every box. It's something that gets an instant laugh the moment you share it, but can also expand into important, interesting places. My whole career goal has been to keep making stupid things, and I've been lucky enough to keep that going. Now there's a video game where we can explore one idea in depth, and I couldn't be more excited." Leighton added, and by that I mean I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. This is terrifying. After developing the idea, Gray and Shaw brought the project to Aaron Hansen, who helped produce the game, and allowed the team to work in the Grumps office in Los Angeles. Rounding out the crew were Tyler J. Hutchinson as the game director, Jory Griffiths did narrative design, and Greg Batha did UI. In addition to being the co-creator and co-writer, Leighton Gray also designed the characters before handing the designs off to Shannon Pye, who created the final character art you see in the game. In keeping with the original inspiration for the game back in art school, Dream Daddy has a very robust Create-A-Dad, allowing you to customize the experience as much as possible. There are a ton of inside jokes in the creator too, including a Danny Sexbang outfit and what can only be legally described as Space Warrior hair. With 7 dateable dads in the game, what exactly are you in for here? Well, each dad has a wildly different plotline, complete with their good or bad endings. Let's meet some of the dads you can date. Joseph is the straight-laced and married youth minister next door. His route features his cheating wife Mary, his 4 creepy children, a Christian youth dance-off, and a heap load of references to Jimmy Buffett. Craig, your former college roommate bro, has cleaned up his act and is now a fitness freak and father of 3. You get to solve a mystery and go camping. He's also unequivocally the hottest dad in the game, so take that as you will. Matt is the music hipster who runs the town's coffee shop. If you're in for ska references and tons of music jokes, Matt is your guy. Brian is your dad rival. His route has by far the most minigames, and he's got a super cute dog. He also looks uncomfortably like me. Hugo Vega is your daughter's teacher, a straight-laced man with hidden depths. There are trivia games and penguins. And finally, our last 2 dads are Robert Small and Damian Bloodmarch, Knife Dad and Goth Dad respectively. Their routes are bar none the funniest in the game, and jam-packed with cryptid hunting, Victorian trivia, highbrow cinema, and My Chemical Romance references. Robert is probably the most popular dad in the fandom, and for good reason. He's also the only dad that you can sleep with before you start his romance side quest. Remember guys, he's bad boy dad for a reason. Watch your heart. It's also worth mentioning that in a tweet, Leighton Gray confirmed that Damien is canon trans as well. Points for inclusivity over there, Dream Daddy. He also has a Naruto Sasuke / fanfiction in his library. Honestly, Goth Dad is the best. There is one other thing worth mentioning. It doesn't really fit anywhere else in this video, but it's so insane that I have have to tell you about it. Hidden in the game's code is actually a mysterious deleted ending that fans have discovered. It appears to be a very bizarre bad ending for Joseph. Not exactly a spoiler since it's not in the game, but it ends with him being the ringleader of a doomsday cult, having killed all the wives on the block, which is why all the dads are single. It's crazy. Amanda also may or may not become possessed during it. Gray and Shaw have yet to comment on the deleted ending, but let me tell you, they've announced that there's gonna be DLC, and this is my number one pick. So I know what you're thinking, how do I actually romance these hot dads? Good question, person watching a YouTube video, let me tell you. After the introductory section of the game, the player is set up by his daughter on Dadbook, a social media website for dads. This allows the player to very clearly decide who they wish to romance and when, which is super useful in a genre that's occasionally known for its opaqueness when making choices. I'm looking at you, Rin from Katawa Shoujo. Pronouns should not be that important, your art is fine, what did I do wrong? You commit on the third date with each dad, so you're free to play the field and really figure out which dad is your favorite before you head to a happily ever after with one of them. The dads don't really comment on you being a shameless flirt with the others, so I'd suggest dating around before committing. Not necessarily in real life, you do you, I meant like in the game. It's a visual novel, of course, so the vast majority of the game actually consists of reading and making choices, with the player's choices determining the endings they will get with certain dads. Some options will score friendship points with the various men, while others will score romantic ones, very clearly signified by hearts or eggplants erupting from your love interest. Bad answers, of course, will score negative points in both categories. It's also worth mentioning that not every dad in the game has a traditionally good ending. I'm not gonna name names here, so don't worry, no spoilers, but 2 of the dads won't end up with you, even if you got everything right. According to Gray, they made this decision to counteract how romance is portrayed in games like The Sims. Quote, "It shouldn't necessarily be about woo-hooing everybody. Saying exactly what somebody wants to hear until they kiss you is not how dating works." One of the coolest things about Dream Daddy is that it spices up the reading with a variety of mini-games throughout each narrative. They're all super memorable and very fun, and it's a pretty inventive way to spice up playtime and keep the experience moving. Special shoutouts to Brian's mini golf date and trivia night with Hugo. My absolute favorite minigame, though, comes in Matt's Route. You and he go on a date to a punk concert, and the player dad has to work through a mosh pit, complete with an amazing cameo from Canadian punk band Pup. This is my personal call for Best Moment in Gaming 2017, but that's also partially because The Dream Is Over is my best album of 2016. Don't be sad, Jeff Rosenstock, you were a really close second with Worry, my dude. Probably the best feature about Dream Daddy is surprisingly not one of the hot dads, but your player character's relationship with his daughter, Amanda. As a genre, visual novels are pretty overwhelmingly about young male high school students. It's sort of taken for granted at this point that when you boot up a visual novel, be it Canon, Clenad, Fate Stay Night, or even something with the protagonist more left of center like Steins Gate, that who you'll be playing will at the very least be single and unencumbered by most family ties. I can honestly count on one hand the amount of VNs I've played where the main character's immediate family plays an important role, and Dream Daddy brilliantly subverts this with the character of your daughter, Amanda. She is of course not a romantic option, but she's a major force in the main plot of the game, and your decisions can lead you to good or bad ends with her as well. World's best dad or world's okayest dad, respectively. It's hard to overstate how much of the emotional thrust of Dream Daddy is unexpectedly predicated on your relationship with Amanda. Just so I'm not being unclear here, she's not an ancillary character either. She's pretty central to the majority of the routes in the game. Her plot is funny, it's cute, it's charming, and you'll be surprised how much more she sticks with you after the credits roll than some of the daddies do. On the emotional core of the game, Leighton Gray has this to say. Quote, "I don't have kids, but I don't think being a dad is the kind of thing that's bound by genetic links or even gender. The idea of a dad as we are using it is the idea of basically caring about other people, investing in people and wanting to be the best for them. What does it mean to grow up in a non-nuclear family is also something I want to explore, and I think that anything that encourages us to be engaged and supportive of the people around us helps bridge that gap. Again, the genetic link is irrelevant. Everybody can be a dad. You thought this game was about hot dads? It's actually about feelings. Probably a lot of the reason that Amanda feels so real is that a lot of the very specific story details within the game are actually drawn from the personal life and experiences of co-writers Leighton Gray and Vernon Shaw. Some choice tidbits: turns out that the backstory that Vernon Shaw gave to the day of Amanda's birth is actually the same as his own. His parents got into a car accident in the parking lot when his mom was in labor. It's not just Amanda either. All the ska jokes on Matt's Route, also Vernon. I was a huge ska fan back in the day. I used to be a little rude boy. There's jokes that like 10 people are gonna get, but I was really insistent upon putting it in there. There are dad jokes galore in this game. Perhaps the most ingenious one isn't even in the game proper. The full name Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, actually spells out the acronym DADS. Nice. With one dad's root based entirely around a mutual love for music and how musically geeky Dream Daddy gets, you just know the music in this game is going to be killer. The obnoxiously catchy main theme tune was composed by Los Angeles-based electronica musician Will Wiesenfeld, better known for his stage name Baths. As Baths, he's released 3 critically acclaimed studio albums and has also contributed music to Frederator's own band Puppycat. According to Leighton Gray, Will also consulted on the script and came up with the best dad pun in the game, Provolone 2, Lost in New York. Oh, what can we say? He's a man of many talents. The musical score was composed by Jesse Cale, who in the past has composed backing scores for epic rap battles of history and was in the band Your Favorite Martian with comedian Ray William Johnson. After a year and a half in development, the game, originally slated for release on July 14th, was delayed until the 20th to fix some last-minute bugs. It was the highest-selling game on Steam on the day of its launch, which is also when I bought it. I meaning me, Brendan. This game rules. While the critical response has been a bit mixed so far, the user and fan response has been decidedly not. People have been tweeting out and sharing their dad's Sona since launch day, and the momentum is only building. Trust me, I have Tumblr. If you go by Tumblr, this is the biggest game in the world right now. In response to the rapturous success of the game, producer and head of the Game Grumps, Ego Raptor, tweeted, "What a day. Thank you all so much for making Dream Daddy a success. I am beside myself. We're a game studio now." Not so grump indeed. There we go! That's about it for 7 facts about Dream Daddy. Who's your favorite dad to date? What kind of DLC are you hoping for? Hey, did you call your parents yet? Hit that bell icon to become part of the notification squad. And if you like getting more from your games, subscribe to the Leaderboard, where we help you game smarter.